my friends, welcome back to my channel. Last week we spent some time in New York City, and in today's video I'm going to show you all about my Hey Maca shop. We'll see how I plan my collection, who's in the team, and just stick around till the end to see the new product arrivals and the new collabs we just launched. Let's do it! I had to put the Christmas tree up for this episode, like, obviously. Hi everyone, I'm Maca. Welcome back to my channel. I am so excited to bring you to the Hey Maca Shop world today and explain you a little bit why I have a shop, when it started, and all the details about my products that I've been creating since 2019. Oh my god, already. I'm so old. I am, but yay. So this is a very special episode for me from the Hey Maca world, where I can show you what I do and why do I have products and, you know, everything. So let's do it. I have a tree. Ah! Can you hear that? No? Okay.
Stop the hammering. Stop the hammering out there. Who's got a hammer? Where is it?
Why the Hey Maca shop and why I started back in the day into 20 that Why the Hey Maca shop and why I started back in 2019? Well, essentially I started my career as a freelancer, as a content creator, doing photography and videography for different brands, for them as part of their content strategy, and as well for my blog, Instagram, like social accounts. And that was full-time, I would say, 5 years ago, and I started in 2010 when I was in mad leave with my first baby, Nico. I had a career in marketing and sales, and it was so funny because I was doing what I'm like the opposite of what I'm doing now. I was in charge of branded content in a newspaper, and I loved my job so much, and my team and my co-workers, but eventually I wanted to do something more creative, and I wanted to also do a little bit of design, which is my background in interior design and marketing and sales. So when I moved to full-time 5 years ago, I always wanted to create a shop where I could have tangible products and I could finally say, I made this, I can touch it, it's a Hey Maca thing. Because as a creator, working in a digital environment and a digital life, it's very hard to see what you do in life, because it's hard. I used to have a fashion brand called Nuit. I'm gonna try to see if I can find photos so I can show you what Nuit was. So I had that idea with a friend of mine, a very lovely friend of mine, and we created a few collections of shirts that they were super colorful and fun and cute. And that, when I moved to Canada, that left me like a hole in my heart. I was like, I need a shop back. I need like a creative project besides like creating content for people and for myself. So I started learning about e-commerce here in Montreal. I took a few courses because, you know, Maca loves to study, and that's how I did like a test, and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna do it. Like, what's the worst that can happen? That has been my life motto since I moved here. I was like, I'm just gonna try, and if it doesn't work, that's okay. That's another one for my list. But so that's how I started learning everything about e-commerce. I started my Shopify account from scratch. I was like, okay, I'm just gonna Google this and see how it works. And that's how I started. So besides learning how to program e-commerce, Shopify, newsletter, you know, optimizing sales funnels and all of that it was like my past experience back in the corporate world, I applied all my knowledge to this new project that I had in mind. And I was like, okay, it needs to be cute, it needs to be colorful, and it needs to be joyful. So that was like my goal for the shop. When I started like putting down the ideas on what type of products I wanted to launch. I've been a huge lover of paper goods since forever. I really don't know why. It's something in me that I truly adore having something in paper. Even though I'm a very digital person, I have like my calendar, everything is digital, my iPhone, my apps and all of that. There's something so special about paper. So that's why I wanted to create stationery goods. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna just narrow down everything to stationery. And then I started meeting artists and see what was the right fit for the Hey Maca world, and now like to put it in an actual shop and actual products. I decided to work with one that she was very talented, and it was the first collection that we launched together. The collection was very big. We did notebooks, we did weekly planners, washi tape that it was my ultimate dream to have. We did keychains, pins, art prints, a bunch of things, and also included my photography from the different travels that I had done in the past, because I thought it was such a special touch to the collection to have just memories from my colorful travels. And it turned out so good that I was like, oh my god, I can actually sell products, and this is legit. Of course, the beginning was a little bit difficult. I didn't have any budget for packaging. I didn't have any budget for promotions or paid ads, so I was mostly promoting all the Hey Maca products on my Instagram and Facebook and website. And eventually I started reaching out to my favorite shops in the city. I was like, hey, I love your shop. Maybe the products are gonna be a good fit for you. And that's how we started to do wholesale. So I was like, we're selling our products in shops. This is crazy. So after I launched the first collection, I launched a second one with the same designer. And eventually my role has been since the beginning as a creative director. So I pretty much put together a mood board with all the ideas, the concept of the collection, the colors that we're gonna use, the fonts, what are we gonna do with the paper, how it's gonna be the material, how it's gonna be the finish, and all the details about the collection that I truly love. Here are a few tips if you want to launch a shop and you don't know how to start. This is something that I have learned over the past years, and maybe this can help you to start your dream project. The first thing that you want to do that I did is to define what your product is going to be. So either stationery, fashion, shoes, bags, just define what you want to do and what you want to sell. That's going to be the first thing that you want to do. Second tip would be to select a platform where you're gonna run your e-commerce platform and then work very hard on it. When I decided that I was gonna do it with Shopify as the e-commerce selected for my project, I started investigating about the quality content that I could upload there, photography, video, how the description and SEO was gonna be included in the products that we were creating, how to make the collections, how to make them searchable. So at the end of the day, is another SEO effort that you need to put in the platform that you're gonna use for your e-commerce. The third tip would be branding. I know, I'm a huge branding and packaging geek, and I love a well-packed product. I believe that people are very into well-designed products. Packaging will be the #1 priority when you're creating a shop. For the branding, I created stickers that I used on every single product, that they were like super cute and had like a very funny touch to the branding and the packaging that I was creating. I created a logo for the shop separate from my other platforms, like from the studio and from my website. I also rely heavily on creating like a tissue paper that it was from Hey Maca, stickers, compostable packaging, recyclable materials. So something that screams you in the packaging, that's gonna be key for it. Number 4 would be always the quality and what you want to reflect in your products. So in my case, I've been always very conscious about climate change and sustainability. So I always wanted to create products that reflected that mindset that I have across my platforms. So my packaging is compostable, it's made of cardboard so you can recycle. The stickers are compostable, the washi tapes are compostable now. So that's something that you want to keep in mind if you want to create products. The way that your voice is going to be reflected is very important at the end of the day. The storytelling is going to be the personality of you in your shop. So in my case, I'm an immigrant, I'm from Venezuela, and I wanted to reflect that, creating a collection that represented my city, Maracaibo, with a lot of colors. I think that's something that it will be very beneficial when you start your shop. You're gonna do it. How to get inspiration when you are producing a collection? That's a really good question that I have received over the past years, and I've been collecting, which is so strange. I've been collecting since forever ago a bunch of samples that I see in different shops. It can be a receipt, it can be a map, it can be a notebook, packaging. So, and I have a treasure box, and I keep a treasure box of inspiration that I have accumulated over the years, that just put them in a table and set them up, and just like looking at different finishes, different paper, different materials, it gets me inspired to create a new collection. So that's the one thing, have a treasure box. The second one is Pinterest, and I've been saying this since I started my blog like 10 years ago. Pinterest is such a good tool to get inspiration and to create mood boards. If you are a visual designer, as I am, I need to see everything visually. So I've been using Pinterest for the past years, where I browse for trends, type of products, different finishes, materials, typography, fonts, color palette. So a bunch of inspiration comes from Pinterest as well. And the third one would be look at your favorite brands. I know that maybe this would be something that you already do and you don't even notice, but I usually go to my favorite brands and see what they are up to, how are they utilizing the color, and the different products that they're offering. And that's something that also inspires me as an entrepreneur, just to see what other local small businesses are doing, and in a way we can also create a collaboration together. That's going to be the next thing that I'm going to talk about, collabs. I remember when I started looking at big bloggers in LA, like 𝘧𝘢𝘐, Design Love Fest. So they were like the pioneers in the blogging industry, and for me they were my icons. So when I started blogging back in the day when Instagram wasn't a thing, I always wanted to learn from them. So I took a course with 𝘧𝘢𝘐. I think it was just before the pandemic hit, and I went to LA, visited her studio. I was in blogging heaven. In that course, she shared everything that she knows about licensing. The course inspired me, one, to take action, and two, just to do it without thinking about it. Just do it. That licensing course with 𝘧𝘢𝘐 was one of the initial steps that I took to start getting more and more collaborations, and it also inspired me to see what you can actually achieve when you have a dream and you work hard and you're like, yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm just gonna do it. I'm not gonna think about it. I'm gonna do it. So that's what I did. So what's new with the shop and what's going on in 2022 after almost 4 years in yeah, 4 years soon. So I did a few collaborations with my favorite brands. Our first brand collab was a fun one with 𝘧𝘢𝘐𝘐 designing 3 different formats of reusable, waterproof, and washable bags, replacing single-use plastic bags, and they are so fun and eco-responsible. Our second collab was a dream with a company that I have admired for so long, Ten & Co. We designed a colorful gift set, including a tea towel and a sponge cloth as the perfect sustainable gift. The cloth is composable and can replace up to 40 rolls of paper towels. And our latest super special collab with a wonderful team of Flambette, we created a custom candle fait à la main, and it's a douce and fruity scent with magnolia, peach, and framboise notes in the most beautiful pink metal can. We also just launched a new line of Hey Maca products with the most wonderful packaging. Hello, I finally have foil details in all the products. Launching new washi tapes, sticker sheets, sticky notes, new handmade ceramics, Pantone products, and so much more coming soon. So excited that I found the most wonderful designer that works with me. It's been a year and something already, and she's a beautiful friend of mine, and she's also from Venezuela, so this is a purely Venezuelan team behind the Hey Maca Shop, and she's a graphic designer that reads my mind. So when I send all the creative direction of what I want to do, she's just magical. And what's coming? A lot of things together, for sure. So we have lined up 2 collaborations with some brands that I'm like their biggest fan, and I just cannot believe that we're gonna have a product together, and also launch maybe some new products that are not only paper goods. So that's one of my goals for the Hey Maca Shop soon. We're gonna see how that goes, and it's something that excites me a lot, not only working as a social media creator, but also as an overall lifestyle brand. That's one of my goals for next year, like to establish myself as a lifestyle brand.
I am convinced that you can probably do this.
So thank you so much for watching. I'm having so much fun with you too. I didn't think that it was gonna be this fun, but so if you have any questions about the shop, I'm here for you, so you can leave a comment down below, or you can send me an email. So I'll see you in the next episode. I cannot wait to film again. Yay! See you soon. Okay, now I'm gonna have tequeños. In case you don't know what a tequeño is, you're missing out. Okay. I just ate. I'm so full.